happened yesterday. My school released our results yesterday, and when I saw the information, instead of mine to be doing it's a very fast pace, I felt I was just there. I did not feel somehow. And why was that? For the past years, I'm currently in 400 level. That means I've written 6 exams in that school. The only exam where I did not panic as much as I did not panic for this exam, it was my 100 level first semester exam and my 300 level second semester exam. I did not panic for those two exams. And guess what? Those were the exams where I had the best results.
Una no go clap. Wetin dey worry una?
And what has this thing taught me? It taught me a lot. First things is that I feel like we panic a lot. We question our abilities a lot. Should I say we question our abilities, or maybe we don't even trust God enough? Because I remember very well by this time last year, even when the result was better than what I had now, I was crying. Like, I was literally crying. I was like, what was my result? This was not what I was expecting. This. That. I cried a lot. Was that one better than this one? This one is better than that. All I know is that by this time last year, I cried a lot. I was crying. You needed to see me yesterday when I was just like, thank you, God. God, I thank you.
God, I thank you. God, I thank you.
Going forward, I'm not even going to panic. As far as I know that I've done my part, I have read. I have read to the extent that okay, I know that any question that is coming out, I hope it should be something I've already read. And if it's something I've not read, there's no way I'll not see something I've read. I will answer to the best of my ability and leave it at that. So that brings me to advising freshers, like just giving should I say freshers, or let me just advise students at large. First things first, please, once you get to school, start reading immediately. If there was something I did this semester, that was what I did. When I got to school, I started reading. Fine, I was not consistent with it. I'm not even going to lie. I was not consistent. But what works for me every time is writing my test well. Because when I did the math, I write my test well and I get 28 over 30 in math. Exam is over 70. If I don't even really do well in that exam and I get something like 50 over 70 and I have 25 over 70, that's 75, 25 over 30, that's 75 over 100, and that's a A. First things first, please write your test very well. Take attendance seriously. To some schools, they reward mark for attendance. Even my school, they reward mark for attendance. But please, the test is very important. Try as much as possible not to miss any test. 10 marks, 5 marks, those marks, whenever they accumulate, it is very, very huge. And it can even make or destroy your results. It can make it and it can destroy your result. Just one test that you're missing can make or destroy your. It's better you even write the test and you don't write it well and you get 1 over 10. At least that one will add something to your result. So that's it. The second thing on my list that would say on the eve of exam, I don't know what you are reading. Fine, we have some people that they can read few days to exam and they'll remember, but I don't even know what they are reading. Start preparing for your exam 2 weeks before. You know, I said I'm not even consistent with starting to read once I resume. So, but if there's something I'm consistent, it is reading 2 weeks before exam. I'm very once I see it's remaining 2 weeks, I put all my mind into reading. Because one funny thing about second semester is that second semester has a lot of activities. Please read 2 weeks before your exam. Then the eve of your exam, don't bother discovering new topic. Instead of me to keep revising what I've known already, I'll start opening and maybe I can grab something. Is a lie. It might work for you, but it does not work for me. I'm not grabbing anything new. I'm just deceiving myself. So please don't deceive yourself. Eve of exam, you should be reading your jotter. You should be revising and just pray and leave everything to God. Okay, this thing that I've revised, God, please let this be the thing that would come out. Let this be the thing that I would see in the exam. That's it. Number three, you see those people that will go in front of exam hall, they will not be doing as if they are reading. It might work for them. Please, if you know it will even kill you, for people like me that it used to, I don't even like it. If you know it will kill you, please find a place to stay before exam so that at least when they start calling names, you just get to the exam 2 minutes before. So all those people that they are opening the book in front of the exam, it will be none of your business. You know, have someone to come and meet you and tell you that, hey, please, did you read this? That's when you will start judging what you read. You will start racking your brain. When did they teach us this one? Please, to avoid that, if you know it will destroy everything you have read, don't just bother going to the exam hall earlier than your classmate. I'm not saying you should go to the exam hall late. Let me say the exam is 8:15 and you are meant to get there 30 minutes before, right? Because they will be calling names, and you see they have not started calling name when you got there. Find somewhere closer that maybe your classmates are not there, and sit down there to avoid people coming to meet you to ask questions. Another thing that we'll talk about, please avoid going to exam late. Have all your documents. There was this exam we had when I was in 200 level. I've not signed my course form for that exam, and my mates were inside already writing that exam. Thank God I read. That exam too is very sure I might not write it. So Adibi, I did not read. Why? There was panic, and whenever there is panic, your brain is not always relaxed. But imagine you've entered the exam already, you have sat down, you'd even have time to process your thoughts. Remember to pray. Even though you know that you have not covered as much as you were supposed to cover, trust your God. If your mind keeps saying, Precious, read this place, Favor, read this place, continue reading it. Trust your God. Don't come and say, Hey, it's my mind that is just telling, because you will regret. You will regret when you come out and you see it. You will regret. They say experience is the best teacher, but sometimes when you hear people talking about some kind of thing, sometimes it's basically because it has happened to them. When you come out, you regret, and guess what? Nobody will even believe you when you are saying, "Oh, and I read it. Oh, look at it in my jotter. Look at it in my jotter." Nobody will believe you. Why? Exam is the chance you had to show you really understood the course. Please know your reading mechanism. If you know you love reading at night, sleep well in the afternoon. If you know you love doing your things solo, reading on your own, please read on your own. Don't come and say, because of my friend. Fine, people push people to read, but just do what works for you. The last thing I want to talk about, you have nothing to prove to anybody. You have absolutely nothing to prove to anybody. The person you are competing against, it is yourself. Why? To be better than yesterday. If you know you are not better academically, fine. I used to say this thing and I say it so. Nobody is dumb. It's all about sitting down and reading your books. And I'm not trying to say, oh, someone might be out there now saying, Precious, I read my book a lot. I read my book a lot. What I feel is like this thing, it is not shared in the same. The way I will read, maybe if I read for 2 hours and I understand it, if you read for 4 hours, you might not understand. Maybe till you read for like 6 hours. So it all boils down to understanding you. And please, your first few years in that school, abi your first few months in whatsoever school you are going to, just use it to mix with people that answer questions most in the class. Mix with them. Fine, the fact that they ask questions does not mean they are brilliant, but at least they are confident to talk, so you won't be caging yourself. Sometimes it's the people that we associate ourselves with that brings us down or brings us up. No matter what, if you say you want to be a lone ranger, at some point you will get tired. You will be tired. But imagine you have someone pushing you up whenever, let me say now, you wake up in the midnight to read and you're alone, you might doze. But imagine someone is beside you. Wake up, Precious, walk around. Precious, do this. Have someone that push you. I'm not trying to say, oh, I think friendship is even meant to be a mutual benefit. If we are not gaining from each other based on academics, let's gain from each other socially. Let's gain from each other mentally. Let's just gain financially or economically. Let's just gain something from each other. So at the end of it all, though, I'm very grateful to God because the results, I'm very happy with what I have. And that's why I said you are not competing against anybody. That I surrendered it all. If you write your exams, once you reach home, forget about exams, because you had your part to play. And what was the part you were supposed to play? The part you were supposed to play is for you to read well. Funny how sometimes then your results might be the reason why you will not even be active for a whole semester. It will change your mindset, it will change the way you do things. You'll be like, oh, no matter how I try to save, it will just be like that. Mix with people that can explain to you, because there are sometimes you don't understand what the lecturer is teaching you immediately. Move with people that can explain to you. Mix with your course mates. Some of you will go to school, like some of you are in a school. In fact, that one even taught me a lesson last semester. Some of you will be in a school like this. You guys are over 100 in the class. You talk to only two people. I'm not saying everybody should be your friend. I'm not saying you should be friends with everyone. But what I'm trying to say is that at least they don't used to even hold anybody for it. I'm the one that greeted first. Who wait to consign me? Whose business is that? It's nobody's business. A simple I is overall. Whatsoever results you had this semester, or let me say whatsoever outcome that you had from your results, it does not really define who you are. What defines you is how you take it. And what really defines you is how you take it and how you not allow that to bring down the other potentials that you have. So that's just it for this video though, and see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.